Nate, and we are about to release our predictions real quick, just a few minutes before the committee releases theirs. So, anyway, I'm trying to get rid of my banner real quick. All right. So, real quick, we're going to skim through this really quick. 'Cause like I said, the committee about to release theirs. So, the current predictions are that playoff rankings have Ohio State at number one, Indiana at two, Georgia at three, Texas Tech at four, Oregon at five, Ole Miss at six, A&M at seven, OU at eight, Alabama at nine, Notre Dame at 10, and then they didn't really have an 11 and 12, but were projected to be either the winner of Tulane and North Texas, and then either if Virginia won, they could be in there. If Virginia lost, then probably let James Madison slide in. The teams that are locked in, ACC champion Duke. I don't think they're going to be locked in because they won last night, but it's the committee could all of a sudden rank them and have them take somebody's spot. The Big Ten champion, Indiana was number two. They're locked in. The Big 12 champion, Texas Tech was ranked number four. They're locked in. The SEC champion, Georgia, they was ranked number three. They're locked in. The American champion, they was ranked 20th. They beat North Texas. They are locked in. And my anticipation is the Sun Belt champion, who was ranked 25th before yesterday's games. They are locked in. These other teams, I believe, are locked in for at-large teams. Ohio State, Oregon, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, and Oklahoma. The teams on the bubble for the last two spots are number nine Alabama, who lost in the SEC championship 28-7. They have a 9-3 overall record. No team with three losses has made the playoff, the 12-team playoff. Now it's only the second year, but still. Number 10 Notre Dame, 10-2 record. They didn't play yesterday, obviously, because they don't play in the conference. And their two losses are number 11 Miami and number 7 Texas A&M. Number 11 BYU, they're 11-2. They lost yesterday to Texas Tech, and they lost for the second time, and both times they lost by over 20 points. And number 12 Miami, who's also 10-2, and their two losses are to Louisville by 3 at home and SMU by 6 at SMU. So now I'm going to release my ranking, my predictions. At 12, I got James Madison. At 11, I've got Tulane. Now, I'm not going to do 10 through 8 through or 9 through 9 and 10 yet until the end. Bring up a little controversy. So we're going to go to number 1 now. Number 1, I got Indiana. They move up after the win over Ohio State. Number 2, I got Georgia. I think Georgia moves up with that pounding of Alabama yesterday and the loss to Ohio State. Number 3, though, I got Ohio State. They're only going to fall 2 spots. Number 4, Texas Tech. I got them remaining at 4. All right, at 5. Now I was treading on close on time, so I had to do this really quick. At number 5, I've got Oregon. Remaining at 5 is Oregon. Remaining at 6 is Ole Miss. Remaining at 7 is Texas A&M, and remaining at 8 is OU. Now here's where the controversy is going to come in. Who's going to get the 9th and 10th spot? I've got Miami getting the 9th spot and Notre Dame getting the 10th. And here's where I came up with that. So when BYU lost, they was ranked 11th, and they got beat pretty bad. That's going to allow, because you're going to fall at least 1 or 2 spots, okay, guaranteed. When you lose a game, you're going to fall 1 or 2 spots. When you lose bad, you're going to fall at least 1 or 2 spots. I mean, Ohio State lost only by a field goal, and I anticipate them to fall 2 spots, okay? So, in saying that, that's going to allow Miami to slide up right next to Notre Dame. And then they're going to do the head to head comparison. Then you also got to compare Alabama, who lost their third game of the season, and they lost bad, 28-7, to a team they beat earlier in the season. And again, it's about who's playing the best right now. Not necessarily who's the best teams, but who is playing the best right now. And right now, I think Alabama is not playing their best football. So I think Miami will slide up and represent the ACC, who had their conference winner won't represent them. Matter of fact, their conference runner-up won't even represent them. But I think Miami will slide up and will represent the ACC for in the college football playoff. And then Notre Dame, the reason Miami's gonna jump Notre Dame is because they beat Notre Dame, and it was week 1. I get that, but they did beat them. So yeah, that's my predictions. Is yeah. So first round playoffs matchup would be Miami would go to Norman, Oklahoma, and play the Sooners. Notre Dame would go to College Station and play the Aggies, Texas A&M Aggies. Tulane would go to Ole Miss and play them, and James Madison would go to Oregon and play them. So anyway, we're just a couple minutes away from the reveal. They actually got somebody, Molly McGrath, over at Duke. I think Duke's going to get in. I don't think Duke has a chance to get in, but yeah, I wonder if I can change this. I can do that. Yeah, or maybe it's right here. I don't like that. Yeah, that's the best I can get. I don't like that. But anyway, so we'll see here in just a few minutes how close my predictions are. I think I'm pretty close. I think probably the only thing that is probably going to be a little off is the Miami and Notre Dame. It could be um, Alabama could be in there. I think it's between those three teams for those last two spots, and we'll find out here. And, I don't know what they're waiting on. It's 11:15 already. I thought it was ready. We was ready to do ready for the releasing already. And oh, we got some comments over here. What's up, Charles? What's up, Saruto? Yeah, go New Mexico. Hey, they, there's a little better. There's a little better than they have been. Leave in the comments though who you guys think that where you think I'm wrong at before the reveal. Tell me where you think I'm wrong at. Your guess isn't any better. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Appreciate the feedback. I'm ready to find out though who's coming to Norman. New Mexico Bowl. You gonna go? All right, they're saying next is the exclusive reveal of the teams. Oh, okay. Sounds like it was a good game. Well, kind of a good game. Depending on you're going for, I guess. Too expensive. How much are the tickets? I didn't think they'd be that expensive. I don't know. I just didn't think they would be. I don't know. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, in 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes, we're gonna start revealing. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get me something to drink. I'll be right back. Go. All right, I'm back. You think New Mexico will play Louisiana Tech at the New Mexico Bowl? So some of the bowls were already released, and I'm thinking that one was one. Let me look real quick. I was on ESPN this morning and saw that some of the bowls have already been selected. There we go. So let's see here. The Mexico Bowl. Like the Hawaii Bowl's already got California and Hawaii in it. Oh no, the New Mexico Bowl does not have it selected yet. So the Ventures Bowl's got Louisiana and Delaware. The Staff DNA Cure Bowl's got Old Dominion and South Florida. Yeah. All right, here we go. Looks like we're about to start revealing. We'll find out, dog, or Zayden. They're about to release them right now. Number 1 seed is Indiana. I said these are my predictions, Zayden. So I don't have Bama in it. With that whooping they got last night by your dogs, I don't think they deserve to be in there. Along with, I know it's week 1, but still they lost to a very poor Florida State team. So we'll see. Number 1 seed is Indiana. I got that one right. They're taking their time. Number 2 is Ohio State. Okay, so I thought they would move Georgia up to number 2, especially with that impressive win. That kind of tells me right there that Bama might be in. So, I mean, it was only a field goal loss, but still, I think with the impressive win and a loss on the other side by Ohio State, you know, I would have had well, you see my predictions. I got Georgia at 2 and Ohio State at 3. Yeah, Georgia's going to be 3. They're not going to drop. They was already 3, so. And Texas Tech is going to be 4. Those are going to be locked in. Yeah, yeah, yep. They just revealed it. Georgia is 3. You're right. Georgia's only got Georgia and Ohio State both just have 1 loss. Um, but I think Georgia played a tougher schedule than Ohio State. I think Ohio State, they didn't play nobody any good until last night. So yeah, yeah. Georgia put it on them. I hope my Sooners stay at 8 and get to host, and then we line up. I like the matchup with us in the second round, Indiana. I like that a lot. If we say true, Texas Tech is 4. Yeah, Ohio State played. Even their conference games weren't. They didn't play Oregon. They didn't. They didn't play Penn State, which Penn State wasn't very good this year anyway. But still, they didn't play them. Your big name team, they didn't play them. They played Michigan, which Michigan's okay. I mean, Sooners beat them, but all right. So now I'm thinking they're going to go 5. Start showing the hosting teams. Number 5 is Oregon. I expect the 5 through 8 to all stay the same. I don't expect them from last week. I don't expect anything different. It's your 9 and 10, 11 and 12. Those 4 are going to be where the shakeup's at. Oregon's going to host. I don't know if they're going to reveal who they're going to host right now, or if they're going to go down to 6. We'll find that out in just a second. Oregon's only losses to Indiana also, but it was at home. It was at home when they lost. I think you say you don't want to play Ole Miss or Ohio State. I think y'all match up well with Ole Miss. Ohio State. Okay, number 6 is Ole Miss. So yeah, you're gonna get the winner of the Ole Miss game. Well, we'll find out. Miami has a. We'll find out. I do think Miami gets in, but he didn't do too bad with Georgia. You guys, he took y'all to the SEC championship last year, and he got hurt in that game, but y'all still won it against Texas. And then Texas A&M is at number 7. They haven't released yet who's playing the Texas A&M or Ole Miss. Well, I got to be honest with you. As a Sooners fan, I hope we get Miami. That's what I got that matchup there. I like that matchup with OU and Miami because you're right. Beck does turn the ball over a lot, so I like that. Now, should be number 8 should be my Sooners. Yep, Sooners at number 8. We get to host a game. Tickets about to go on sale. I may have to see if I can go to that game. I ain't been in a game this year. I really like going to my spot, Twin Peaks, and watching the games, but playoff game, that's a once in a lifetime opportunity right there. Now see who the Sooners playing. All right, Zayden, thanks for tuning in. They're about to reveal the 8, 9, or the 9, 10, 11, though. You're missing out. I think they're going to play. I hope they play Miami. I want to play Miami. We're playing Alabama. Alabama made the playoff at 10-3. First 3-loss team to make it. They're coming to Norman. We get a rematch with them. Now, who's getting that final spot? I think it's going to be Miami. I think Miami's going to sneak in there because that means they've got to have Miami and Notre Dame right next to each other, and we're going to take into account that head-to-head meeting in week 1. So, who's Texas A&M playing? Yep, Bama made it. They're in. They're ranked number 9. which is what they were before the game. They didn't drop them at all with that loss. With that embarrassing loss, they did not drop them. I don't know how they didn't drop them. At least in one or two spots. That is crazy. And Miami's in there. Miami moved up to number 10. That means Notre Dame's out. Miami got that spot. And then the last two should be Tulane and James Madison. I really hate that two non-power five teams are going to be playing this playoff. That's easy game for Oregon. Well, Ole Miss if Tulane and Ole Miss play each other, that will not be an easy matchup. They already played each other once this year. I think Ole Miss blew them out, but that's like a rivalry game. They play each other, I think, every year. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know when last time Georgia and Ohio State played each other too. Also, but it's gonna be that'd be like third round for y'all play each other. Yeah, in the semifinals, if y'all both make it. You already said hey, you already matched up to play against one of the teams you didn't want to play, which is Ole Miss. Yeah, yeah. Ole Miss did beat them pretty bad, but I think Tulane will give them a game this time. If Tulane is number 11, I think they will be. Yeah, I think y'all match up well on this though. I really do. And with Lane Kiffin gone, there's no telling how that team going to play. I don't think their offense is going to be near as good. They're taking a long time to reveal these last two spots. Yeah, Tulane's 11, so Ole Miss and Tulane going to square off rematch from earlier this year. That last spot should be James Madison, which uh, I really don't like the fact that two non-power five teams are going to be in the playoffs, but by the by the rules, I don't see any way around it. Yep, James Madison at 12. We're going to play Oregon. How long ago was that though? Zayden, how long ago was that? That wasn't this year, was it? It wasn't this year. Well, the bracket is set this year. Oh yeah, y'all did play. I forgot y'all did play. Yeah, you're right. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, Hey, I completely forgot. So my prediction was just a little bit off. I had number 1 right. I had 2 and 3 backwards. Had 4 right. Had 5 right. Had 6 right. Had 7 right. Had 8 right. Didn't have 9 right. I had Miami. It's Alabama. Miami is 10, and Notre Dame is out. And I had 11 and 12 right. So not completely right, but probably about 80% right. So not too bad. Well, there's the reveal. So the actual, let me see if I can, let me see if I can get the actual bracket real quick and we can start talking about it. Alabama is in the playoffs. They're playing my Sooners. But I do feel like they should be punished a little bit, especially as bad as they lost. Now, I mean, here's the thing: they dropped Ohio State one place for losing by 3. They didn't drop Alabama at all for getting beat by 21. There's no consistency there. So when you get and so Melissa Williams, when I get what you're saying, it's a championship game. It's one thing when you lose by a field goal like Ohio State did, but when you lose by 21 in a championship game, especially if you're supposedly the best conference in the country, then you deserve to get punished a little bit when you lose by 21. So, I don't think Alabama deserved a playoff spot, but even if you're going to put them in there, they should have dropped them a little bit, like at least to 10, right? At least one spot. If you're going to drop Ohio State one spot for a field goal loss, then you should have dropped Alabama at least one spot for losing by 21. So that's my take on it. But I think they were more or less trying to figure out how to justify putting Miami in over Notre Dame than they were trying to figure out where Alabama should play. So, or once they figured out that Miami should be in over Notre Dame, did they feel like Miami should be ahead of Alabama? That's probably what they were trying to decide. And they figured that no, Miami didn't deserve to be over Alabama, so we'll just put them at 10 and keep Alabama at 9. But let me see if I can get a college football bracket up really quick. Let me see. I just lost my signal. Let me get back over. Where are we at? Here we go. There we go. There we go. No, that's not it. I ain't got one out yet. Hold on. Yeah, these. Okay, here we go, right here. Here we go, right here. No, that's still not it. Man, trying to find. They don't. Trying to find one. I hope it's somebody.
Alt-G-E. Selection deleted.
I figured somebody'd have it on the internet already.
2020 EGE College FOOTP football PNAO play BRXTT 3
Yeah, we're trying. Hold on. Hmm. Man. Yeah. All right. There we go. This is, let me see if I can see if there's a way to. All right. And let's go on over here. Let's go. All right. Now let's get this. Upload. Let's see if this works. And well, we can't get it. Let's see. Oh, we're trying. Yeah, I'm trying to get a new bracket up. Trying to get a new bracket up. Let's see here. Can't believe nobody's got one up yet on the internet. Wow. Man, they're talking about basically how James Madison is in. Hey, sorry, Mix. I just seen your message. No, this ain't the real bracket, man. It's pretty close. I'm actually trying to find the real bracket online, but what is it right here? No, not this one. I'm trying to find one online to pull up so we can discuss it. I'm not finding that. I'm not finding the actual one yet. Hasn't been released. It's pretty close though. So um, instead of OU playing Miami, OU's playing Alabama, and instead of A&M playing Notre Dame, A&M's playing Miami. Other than and also Georgia and Ohio State are flipped. Ohio State's 2, Georgia's 3. Other than that, there's no change. It's the same. No, Notre Dame is out. They've already released the rankings. Notre Dame is out. Marjorie, they just released them a few minutes ago. I'm actually trying to find a bracket. I know there's going to be one released on the internet. I just it ain't on here yet. All right, so the times were just released. OU's playing on Friday night against Alabama, and then on Saturday morning, we Miami, Texas A&M at 11 o'clock Central. Then the afternoon game would be Tulane and Ole Miss, and then the evening game will be James Madison and Oregon. Man, I would so much rather have Miami, Texas A&M at night than James Madison and Oregon. Flip those matches. Like, for real, man. Dang. So they just mentioned why Miami was put in over Notre Dame. And it's funny because the first thing he said was the way that BYU played in its championship game felt like Miami should jump them. However, the way Alabama played in this championship game, I guess, didn't matter. Both of them ran off the field. So kind of contradicting yourself there. But then they pointed out once you put Miami and Notre Dame up against each other, their strength of schedule, strength of rank, and um, he had another ranking up there. They were pretty much identical. They were like only one off on each. And of course, then they both played. They played, and it was August 31st when they played, but still they played week one, and Miami won that game. So that's why they got in over Notre Dame, while Miami got in over Notre Dame. But I want to hear the comparison over Miami and Alabama. They definitely could, Nick. We'll find out, Oliver. But they definitely could. Oh shit! Somebody said the Sooners. We'll find out. I do like our road to the championship. I like the Sooners' chances. Um, Playing Indiana second round. We're playing the Alabama team we already beat. We get playing them at home this time. It's going to be tough. It's going to probably be a great game. Um, but it's a game I feel confident we can win. And then next round be against Indiana. That's a game I think we can win. And then after that, we would probably play Texas Tech or something like that. So I definitely like our chances. Oliver's got the Sooners in Georgia, all SEC championship. I would love that matchup. I would love it. Final score might be 3-0.
Champion BRXET.
No,
5.
y'all ain't scoring 30 points on our Sooners. Ain't nobody scored 30 yet this year, so I don't know where you're getting that one from. Still no bracket, man. Let me see here. Man. Well, not seeing the bracket, man. Not seeing it. Can't believe it's not on mine already. Okay. There we go. Yep. There we go, right here. Okay. Now let's see if I can get over here. Okay. One, two, there. Yeah, there we go. All right. Oh. Okay. Now, let's get over here now. Let's remove this. And let's see here. There we go. There we go, guys. There we go. So let's talk about it now. Here's the actual rankings. We have number 1, Indiana. Number 2, Ohio State. Number 3, Georgia. Number 4, Texas Tech. Number 5 is Oregon. Number 6 is Ole Miss. Number 7, Texas A&M. Number 8, Oklahoma. Number 9, Alabama. Number 10, Miami. Number 11, Tulane. And number 12, James Madison. So, first round matchups. Okay, first round matchups. Friday night in Norman, Oklahoma. It's going to be an SEC matchup. Oklahoma against Alabama. And then Saturday morning will be a game which I think should be the night game. Will be number 7 Texas A&M and number 10 Miami. The afternoon game will be number 6 Ole Miss against number 11 Tulane, and then the night game will be, which I think should be the 11 o'clock game, will be number 5 Oregon against number 11 James Madison. Now, let's just say it runs chalk, meaning the higher ranked team wins. So Oregon moves over to play Texas Tech in the second round. Oklahoma moves over to play Indiana. Ole Miss moves over to play Georgia in a rematch from earlier this year, and Texas A&M moves over to play Ohio State. That would be 1, 2, 3. What's wrong? What's wrong? You need some help?
I can't take my pills until I eat.
Okay, well, babe, what? Why didn't you tell me you want something to eat?
Sometimes I hope you surprise me. You know how you used to do?
No,
You used to order me something to eat without me asking it.
no, I didn't. No, I didn't, babe.
So,
All right,
just order me something.
I will. I'll get you. All right. All right, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 SEC teams in the second round. And we would also have an SEC rematch in that round. There would be an SEC team, at least one in 3 out of 4 games. Almost guaranteeing an SEC national champion if it goes chalk. Well, even if it don't go chalk, like the only one probably that's not going to, I mean, the first round is Alabama and A&M. That's the SEC team. The winner is going to play Indiana. So Indiana's going to play an SEC team in the second round, guaranteed. I'm not sure where the second round matchups are at yet. That would be interesting. Um, I don't know. I'd have to. I don't know those have been put out yet or not. I'll figure that out. But yeah, as far as my Sooners go, obviously we play get a rematch against number 9 Alabama. It's hard to beat a team twice in any, But obviously some teams did it this weekend. Texas Tech put a whooping on BYU for the second time, but they may have been the only one to do that. Now I think about it. Georgia, who lost to Alabama earlier in the season, got revenge in the SEC championship. Duke, who lost to Virginia earlier in the season, got revenge to win the ACC championship. Who else? The Big Ten matchup was the first time they played each other all season. First time Ohio State had played anybody where it was ranked besides they played Texas in week 1. Excuse me. They played Texas in week 1 and they played Michigan. Those are the only 2 teams that they have played this in the current rankings right now. So I know my coworker, he really wishes that he had won last night because he'd have been lined up to play us in the second round. But instead, he can be lined up to play my other coworker if they win. As in my other coworker is a Miami Hurricane fan. So they'll be talking smack if that happens. So, but anyway, I like my Sooners' chances to at least make it to the semifinals. I do think we can beat Indiana. I really do. I think Indiana plays the style that we just chew up. Style of offense we just chew up. We take them out of their game and we win. Their defense is good, but it's not any. I mean, it's not any more like it's same as LSU, same as Missouri, same as Alabama, same as Ole Miss. And we won 3 out of 4 of those games. So, But beating Alabama in the first round is going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. Be a tough matchup for the Sooners. Oregon's got a cakewalk. James Madison is not going to give. You know, that's a wasted. That's a wasted chance for somebody else. Probably Notre Dame. They took Notre Dame's spot, but that's all Virginia's fault. You can say, well, James Madison took Virginia's spot, and I can see your point there, but yeah, Virginia. This should be the 12 best teams. There should be not. I'm okay with giving one non-power five team in there. So Tulane, I'm not complaining about them. I think they deserve their spot in there. But James Madison don't deserve a spot, and they're going to get blown out. I mean, yeah. I'm looking forward to that second round matchup between Oregon and Texas Tech. Remember last year there was a lot of blowouts in the first round, and people complained because remember last year the four highest ranked conference champions got a first round bye. So if it had been like that this year, that means number one still would have been Indiana. Number two would have been Georgia. Number three would have been let's see, Texas Tech. So Texas Tech would have only moved up one spot, and Georgia would have moved up one spot. And then the fourth spot would have been to actually Tulane, who is ranked 20th. And so it would have been Tulane up there, and Oregon would have played Tulane the second round. But they changed that to now it's the four highest ranked teams, regardless if you're conference champion or not, to get the first round bye, which again only would have affected really one team this year, and that would have been Ohio State. Wouldn't have been in the top four. They would have been playing in the first round, and it would have moved Tulane into a bye, which they obviously don't deserve a bye. Last year buys Boise State and Arizona State. Now, Arizona State played Texas in the second round, and it was a great game. It went in overtime. So I'm not shaming Arizona State for getting that bye last year. They probably deserved it, even though they weren't top four overall team. They probably deserved that bye still. But Boise State, they didn't deserve it. They got, I forget who they lost to. But yeah, remember last year's national champion was in the 8-9 seed. I believe it was. I know Tennessee and Ohio State was 8-9 last year. I forget who was ranked where. I want to say Tennessee was the 8 seed, but I might be wrong on that. I'm sure I could find out last year's bracket, but anyhow, let me order my wife something to eat real quick before she come in here yelling at me. All right, got the food ordered. Got the food ordered. All right. So I think Oregon beats James Madison, plays Texas Tech. I think that'll be a good game. Oregon and Texas Tech, 4-5 matchup. Yeah, that'd be a great game. Alabama and Oklahoma, I think it's going to be a great game. First round. I think the Sooners will pull it off, but we got 3 weeks to get ready for it. And then the Sooners will play Indiana, or the winner will play Indiana, and I think both teams can beat Indiana. Um, I definitely like my Sooners against them. Again, the style of offense that Indiana plays fits right into where our defense dominates. The style they play, which is Alabama style, which is Tennessee style, which is let's see who else like the Sooners have played this year. Yeah, kind of Ole Miss. I do think that Ole Miss's quarterback is a better runner than Mendoza. Mendoza can run. Mendoza can run, but and Alabama's quarterback don't run, but still they like to pocket pass and they like to use it's the same formation and stuff, but we can bring pressure. And let me tell you, number 92 for Ohio State, that dude was eating Indiana's offensive line last night. He was eating them up. And that's where our strength of our team is at. So I really feel like that's a good matchup for the Sooners. If Alabama was to somehow beat us, I don't know. I kind of think Indiana would beat Alabama. Tulane and Ole Miss, that should be. It's going to be a good game compared to. I mean, that's kind of they've already played once this year. Alabama or Ole Miss won by 30, but I kind of think it'll be a much better matchup this year or this time, especially with Ole Miss losing Lane Kiffin. I'm kind of curious to see exactly how uh, Ole Miss's offense is going to work without Lane Kiffin. But then the winner's going to play Georgia, and I think Georgia beat Ole Miss, but was down, and I had to have a viewer earlier remind me. I forgot they played this year, but Ole Miss was up on Georgia by like 20 something, and Georgia came back and actually won the game. But um, Georgia's defense is playing a lot better now. I don't see any way that Georgia doesn't win that game. I think Georgia's in the semifinals right now. Miami and Texas A&M. That's going to be a good game. Both of those. What's ironic about that is Notre Dame. Notre Dame was in over Miami, and both of these two teams had beat Notre Dame this year, and now those two teams are going to play each other in the first round. So it's kind of ironic that the two teams that Notre Dame lost to are going to play each other in the first round. It's going to be at College Station. Wonder if my coworker is going to try and go to the game. And then the winner gets Ohio State. Should be so that A&M and Miami game. That's going to be a good game. I don't know who to pick in that game right now. I honestly don't. I have to do some more research on that. And then the winner against Ohio State. Man, yeah, I don't know if either one of those defenses could stop Ohio State, and I think Ohio State could at least slow down their offenses, especially Carson Beck. You guys, he do throw at least a couple interceptions a game. So I think Ohio State makes the semifinals. I think Georgia makes the semifinals. And then right there, kind of, Indiana and either Oklahoma or Alabama. I think if Oklahoma beats Alabama, I think Oklahoma's in the semifinals. I think they beat out Indiana. But if Alabama beats Oklahoma, I think Indiana beats Alabama. And then Oregon and Texas Tech, that'll be a good game. A really good game. I don't know who's picking that one. We'll do another show before the season starts or before the playoffs start. So look the week of the first games on Friday night between Oklahoma and Alabama on the 19th. Look for my show to probably be out that 17th probably go live or I might just drop a show. I don't know for sure. But all right, thanks, Purple. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate you watching. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're just tuning in, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. That way you get notified every time Old Man Nate goes live or drops a video. They're going to be releasing all the bowls here in the next couple of hours. They've got to, let me look over here. I think they may have given the quarterfinal game sites already too. Let me look. Let me look and see. Yeah, good question, Purple. The overall, I don't know right now. I was just kind of going over that really quick. Like as far as making it to the semifinals, I think Ohio State and Georgia are locked in to make the semifinals for sure. Like I don't see Georgia losing to Ole Miss or Tulane, and I don't see Ohio State losing to Texas A&M or Miami. So I got them two making it to, or I guess that'd be the quarterfinals, wouldn't it? No, that's the semifinals. Or yeah, quarterfinals. Yeah. Yeah, right here. I got Georgia and Ohio State playing each other right here. That's semifinals. Yeah, that's semifinals. My bad. Yeah. And then as far as making it right here, like I think my Sooners, it's hard to beat a team twice. Now we got them at home this time, but still, it's hard to beat a team twice. We found it out yesterday. Texas Tech did it, but Duke didn't, or Virginia didn't do it, and who was the other one? Oh, Alabama didn't do it. Alabama lost to Georgia, got thumped by Georgia. So it's going to be hard for my Sooners to beat Alabama twice. But if they do it, if Oklahoma beats Alabama, I think Oklahoma matches up very well with Indiana, and I think they can beat Indiana. But I don't think Alabama matches up with Indiana very well. I think Indiana would beat Alabama. The difference is, like, I think Oklahoma's defense is way better than Alabama's defense, and I think Indiana could score on Alabama's defense, but I don't think it can really score on OU's defense. I think it'll probably be like the Missouri game where we won like 17-6 or something like that. So now Oregon and Texas Tech, I don't know who to pick on that one. I think it's going to be a really good game. Yeah, your Florida State beat Alabama too, but they did have a horrible season. I don't know. I don't really know why they were so bad. Where they were able to play so good against Florida State and then horrible the rest of the year. Well, that's how I was last year as a Sooner fan because we was horrible last year too, and I watched all the playoffs. So, but yeah, I'm not. I don't know who overall who's going to win, but I could almost guarantee that Georgia or Ohio State's going to play for the national championship. But this top side, it's wide open. It could be Oklahoma. Basically, everybody but James Madison has a chance to play for the national championship on this side. So we did. Sorry guys. I'm just getting over a strep throat, man. It's been a rough few days for me. But yeah, the Sooners came up big. Defense was huge. It was a great year. Great to make the playoffs for the first time. I'm trying to see real quick the bowls. Okay. We have site locations for second round. Well, maybe we have playoffs. Yeah, let's go to college football playoff. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we do have site locations for the second round. So Ohio State, when they play the winner of Miami and Texas A&M, that's going to be played at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. I really wish that's where my Sooner matchup would be, so I could go to the game. But it's not going to be. Texas Tech. Oh, they already got the times released too. So Ohio State is going to play at 6:30 on New Year's Eve against the winner of Miami and Texas A&M. New Year's Day at 11 o'clock will be Texas Tech against Oregon. I'm calling that right now. It's not even the winner of Oregon and James Madison against Oregon. Okay. And that will be played at the Capital One Orange Bowl in Miami. Okay. At 3 o'clock will be Indiana against hopefully my Sooners, but the winner of Oklahoma and Alabama. Oh, that's going to be at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. So that's the thing about the last time the Sooners played in Rose Bowl, we lost to Georgia in a great playoff game. But yeah, I may have to try and go to that one. That's not going to be home field advantage for anyone. Both teams probably travel really well. Yeah, that would be a great game. And then rounding off New Year's Day night will be Georgia against the winner of Ole Miss and Tulane. I think it's probably going to be Ole Miss. And they're going to play at the All-State Sugar Bowl in Louisiana. So both places that were generally within driving distance for me, I didn't get. So we got to go all the way to California. Well, all right. So we already know that already. And then your semifinal games will be Thursday, January 8th and Friday, January 9th. One's going to be in the Fiesta Bowl, and the other one is going to be at the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. I'm going to tell you right now which one's going to be in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. That's the Georgia-Ohio State game. Yep, that's going to be in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Going to give advantage to Georgia. They always get the home field advantage every time. So that means my Sooners Oh, I'm sorry, Purple. I didn't even notice you said something. Uh, I haven't been to any Sooner games this year, but I do normally go, and I appreciate you staying and keeping up with me. All right. Um, so, but yeah, I haven't been to any this year. I can go. I actually enjoy going to Twin Peaks and watching the game. I'm usually live at Twin Peaks watching the games, so that's what I enjoy the most. But I might have to go to the playoff game. I really might. When I get off here, I'm gonna see how much tickets are. But yeah, and then the national championship game is going. It just says presented by AT&T. It doesn't have the location. Oh, there it is, right there. Okay, yeah, it's in Miami. So if Miami somehow makes it national championship, they'll have a home field advantage. Yeah, 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 for sure. The top side, that semifinal game on Thursday, January, is going to be the semifinal game. It's going to be in Arizona. That will be Texas Tech, Oregon, Alabama, Oklahoma, or Indiana. Man, sorry guys. Okay, let me see if I can find tickets right now. I got a couple of sites. Mhm. Mhm. Let's see here. There we go. Damn. Damn, these tickets. Woo! The cheapest tickets right now. Dang. This thing are almost $400 a piece. Wow. Wow. I ain't paying $400 for a ticket. 200 is my top, man. So hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back. You're welcome. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Oh shit. And I'll get my wife some food real quick. Man. All right. Anybody else got anything they want to comment on? All right. Well, we'll make a show. We'll do a show probably. Like I said, we're planning on doing it in 10 days, December 17th. I'll give my predictions on who I think will win the whole national championship. Each game, I got to go in and do some thorough breakdowns of all the teams. Oh, there's some tickets here for 318. What's that? What is this at? Let's see, one ticket. Let me look real quick, see. These tickets. Holy crap. These tickets all the way up in the nosebleed are $600. That's $1,100. What the heck? You got tickets way down here cheaper than that. I don't know where that was. It said it was $347. And I'm not seeing anything like that. Yeah. Up here. Oh, there's 388. 394. Man, well, looks like I'll probably be at Twin Peaks. That's the student section there. Because I can get me a student to sell me their tickets. Man, these upper level ones are crazy. These right here, $1,100. Well, all right. Well, like I said, we'll be back on December 17th to give my final prediction for who's going to win the national championship and who's going to win each round. But so tune in December 17th and watch my reveal show. Appreciate all y'all for watching today right here. And if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and follow me. That way you get notified every time Old Man Nate goes live or drops a video. We'll see you right here next time on Old Man Sports Talk.